morning, class 6th. Now we are going to start the new chapter of social study, that is the early empires. So in this chapter we are going to read about the Janpadas, the Mahajanpadas, type of governments, monarchies and Janasangha, agriculture, trade and society, case study of Magadha and Bazi. So first we will read about the history maker Panini. Panini was a grammarian in ancient India, and his book, that is Ashtadhyayi, is the oldest book on Sanskrit grammar, and it has rules of Sanskrit grammar in 3996 sutras, or highly compressed and condensed statements. So this book contains the rules of Sanskrit grammar, and it was written by the grammarian Panini. Okay. The next we will read about what are the early empires in India and what was happening those days. We will discuss all about that. So in chapter number 4 we read how in the early Vedic period the Rajan was chosen by the Jana. Jana means people. So we have read that in the early Vedic period the Rajan or the king was chosen by the peoples. But around 600 BCE changes took place in the manner in which these Rajas were chosen. So as I told you, that chapter number 4, kings were chosen, and it was not mandatory that his son or daughter will be the king. So hereditary was not there. But in later Vedic period, what happened? Some changes took place, and if there was a king, then his son must become the king. So but in around 600 BCE, changes took place, and the Rajas were again chosen. So the new men become Rajans by displaying their military prowess. Prowess means bravery or ability, and the Rajans displayed their military bravery and power, and they promised to protect their subjects. Subjects means the people of the kingdom, and by performing big sacrifices. So the new kings or the Rajas displayed their military prowess, and they promised to protect their people, and they performed big sacrifices. So the most common sacrifice performed by the powerful kings was the Ashwamedha sacrifice or the horse sacrifice. So the powerful kings performed sacrifices known as Ashwamedha sacrifice. So by 600 BCE, many other people also came into power by showing their bravery and ability. And this Ashwamedha sacrifice or the horse sacrifice was performed by powerful kings. So what was that Ashwamedha sacrifice or the horse sacrifice? We will know about that in the Connect to History, and it is full given what was Ashwamedha. So at that time, so many sacrifices were done, and the most common was the Ashwamedha. So this Ashwamedha Yajna was conducted by a king to show his power or military strength, and a horse was set loose to roam around. A male horse was set loose to roam around for a period of 1 year. And if the horse wandered into kingdoms of other kings and they stopped it, they had to fight the king whose horse they had stopped. If anyone stopped the horse, then they had to fight with the king. And if they allowed the horse to pass, then it means that they accepted the authority of the Raja who performed the sacrifice. So this sacrifice was an occasion when many kings give many gifts to the king who performed this sacrifice, and the king's chief queen was known as Mahisi, and she played a significant role in the ritual. So these Ashwamedha Yajnas were done by the kings who had full confidence that their armies are full powerful and they can fight with others. They only perform these Ashwamedha sacrifices. So the most common sacrifice performed by power kings were the Ashwamedha sacrifice or the horse sacrifice. This Ashwamedha sacrifice is also known as horse sacrifice. So, dear children, it was all about the Ashwamedha sacrifice, and you should read properly this paragraph by yourself twice. Stay safe. Thank you.